In the third chapter of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, which we talked about yesterday a little bit in satsang, the third chapter is all about the powers. They're called siddhis, the powers that come to yogis after they're practicing for a long, long time. You start to cultivate powers. And so you cultivate the powers by using samyama, which is the integration of the last three limbs of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. So the dharana, which is concentration, dhyana, which is meditation, and samadhi, which is complete absorption. So you put those together and they create samyama, which is an integration. And the 25th sutra of the third chapter, which is all about the siddhis, it says, by samyama, or integration on strength, the yogi will develop the physical strength, grace, and endurance of an elephant. And I love elephants. So by focusing on strength, feeling strength, we will cultivate not only physical strength, but grace and the endurance of an elephant. And we need that during these very, very challenging times. We need the strength and the grace and the physical strength of an elephant. So let's work on that in our practice today. One last time, switch the cross of your legs and join your hands to your heart center. Bring your hands to the heart center, lift your chest upwards and close your eyes, remove any glasses. With your chest lifting well, spread your outer shoulders and relax your jaw and your tongue and your throat. Recede your eyes and invite the ears deep in. Bring the front brain towards the back brain. Sink your mind into your heart center. Come from future and past into this present moment. And in your heart center, focus on the feeling of strength, inner strength, physical strength, emotional strength, the strength that you need. And we'll do 3 ohms together. Om. Lift your chest upwards, bow your head downwards. And for the whole practice, just keep that bhavana. Bhavana means feeling, that feeling of strength inside you. And release your hands down to your thighs with your palms upwards. Raise your head up and then slowly open up your eyes. Stretch out your legs and press the fronts of your thighs into the backs of the thighs, and then come into Adho Mukha Virasana, child's pose with your arms forward, unless that's a challenging pose for your knees. If it's a challenging pose for your knees, just come up and put your hands up onto a wall at the level of your shoulders and walk your feet backwards for Ardha Uttanasana. The feet are under the hips, feet are as wide as the hands, straightening the arms and the legs, moving the thighs back. If you're in child's pose, have your big toes touching, your knees are apart, and you're moving your hips further and further back. You can hold on to the sides of the sticky mat. So move the thighs back, deepen that hip crease, move your abdomen back, move your buttocks flesh back, move the buttocks flesh over the feet, and move the sides of your trunk further and further forward. Release your head down. Keep settling down from your morning so far. Make sure that you've taken this time. It's easier to get distracted when you're at home, so you have to really carve out the time, tell the folks around you that you are just, doing your practice now, not to be disturbed. Savor this time, and that's how you're going to cultivate more and more of that strength that we're working for today. Okay, and let's come up into downward facing dog. If you're near to a wall, have your heels against the wall. So press your heels into the wall. Turn your hands out 45 degrees. If you're not near a wall, just do downward dog without the wall. So turn your hands outwards, straighten your arms, and push the heels back. Push the heels back into the wall, or push the heels back and down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Those of you who are doing Ardha Uttanasana, maybe you can do this now. Otherwise, just walk forward to the wall and then repeat Ardha Uttanasana. The hands on the wall, the feet back pose. So in this pose, you're straightening your arms, straightening your legs, lifting your hips way, way up, and moving the root of the thighs back. It's very similar to child's pose, isn't it? You have to go back. If it feels good, you can even, again, hold onto the sides of the sticky mat to get your body weight back into the legs. Remember, downward dog is a standing pose. You shouldn't feel this in your arms. I mean, you'll feel something in your arms, definitely, but it's really, you're moving with your arms, you're moving your body weight back into the legs. Make it a leg pose. Fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs. Move the roots of the thighs back. Good, and then come forward. And we'll do Uttanasana. So walk your feet forward, take your feet as wide as the sticky mat. Now, those of you who have hamstring restriction, lower back sensitivity, just do this pose with your knees bent. Just do the pose with the knees bent in this way. So the knees are bent, okay? And this is gonna be your pose. Just make sure that the kneecaps are going over the center of the feet. Those of you who can, extend your legs fully. Remember, try to look at the camera the least amount possible, especially if you're in a pose. I'm trying to get out of the habit of saying, look at things while you're in the pose, because we have to be careful of our necks not turning too much while we're practicing with the camera. So either the knees are bent or the legs are extending. Hands are wider than feet. Move the thighs back, lift the abdomen up. Okay, and then bring your hands to the hips, reach the chest forward, and up you come. Okay, so we'll repeat that. Some of you will do downward dog again with your heels at the wall, or you can also turn around and put your hands against the wall, your inner thumbs and your inner index fingers, but some of you will go up into half arm balance or full arm balance, okay? So downward dog with your heels at the wall, or if you're not going up into half arm balance, you can do downward dog with your hands turned out at the wall, just to give you some variation. Otherwise, you're from downward dog with your heels up the wall. Those of you doing full arm balance, just get ready and go up into your pose. So you walk your hands back about one hand's distance, and then you lift one leg up, and then you lift the other leg up. Start with your feet higher up the wall, and lift your hips up and move your chest back, and then walk your feet down. If you need to watch first, and then you can do the pose, that's fine. And then see if you can bring your feet to the level of your hips. Maybe you're bringing your feet together. Again, if you're not doing this, you're doing a downward dog with your heels at the wall, and you can always rest in child's pose as needed. So lift the thighs up, straighten the arms. Those of you doing full arm balance, be up in your pose. Strength, cultivating strength with our practice today, the strength and the grace of an elephant. Samyama on strength, and then come down and release. Good. Adho Mukha Virasana. So Vira, one of the translations of Vira, Virasana, Adho Mukha Virasana, this pose that we're in, is also strength. It's hero pose. Classically, it's hero pose, but heroes have cultivated strength. That's why they're heroes, right? So another word for strength in Sanskrit is Vira. And it's one of the qualities we need to cultivate to get through any challenging time. Okay, and then you do that one more time. Either of those, any of those poses, one more time, Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels at the wall, or you're doing half arm balance or you're doing full arm balance. For the full arm balance, folks, you just turn around, bring your hands one hand's distance from the wall, and then you lift up, you walk in, and then you go up into full arm balance. And you're up in the pose, straightening the arms, straightening the legs. Maybe you're doing half arm balance. And if you've had enough of this, just rest with your legs up the wall. Put your legs straight up the wall, get your hips really close to the wall, and lift your arms up alongside your ears. So basically you're doing the same shape of the half handstand, but your legs are up the wall. So it's a more resting pose, but you're in the same shape. And then come on down. And then those of you who did full arm balance, rest with your buttocks against the wall, and then come down. Those of you did half arm balance or downward dog with your heels at the wall, do downward facing heroes pose. Those of you with your legs up the wall, you can stay there another moment, that's fine. Switch the cross of the arms. And then everybody start to come up from whatever pose that you're in and come to the center of your mat. Now, if you need a wall, make sure to stand near to a wall, have your back to the wall, or maybe have one foot against the wall so you have more stability. Otherwise, come to the center and be in Tadasana. If you happen to be on your period today, you want to do your poses against the wall. You know not to go upside down in the inversions. So bring your body weight back into the heels, pull the fronts of the thighs up, draw the outer hips inwards, and extend your arms down. Make your elbows straight. Bring your outer shoulders back. Reach up through the crown of the head. And then bring your hands to the center of the chest, and then step or jump your legs wide apart. You're stepping your right foot out, and then your left foot out. Bring your feet all the way out under the hands there. Turn your left foot in, but turn your left leg out. Turn your right foot and your right leg out. Lift your kneecaps and move your abdomen back to the left. As you reach out, lift up your right arm, get longer on this right side, and bring your right hand down to the leg. Bring your left hand onto the hip. So press into the sticky mat with that inner right foot and pull this right kneecap upwards and lengthen this inner thigh. Lengthen the inner thigh towards the inner foot. And now bring the right buttocks forward into your front right groin. Press the outer edge of your left foot and draw that outer left thigh back. Lift your chest away from your pelvis and then lift up your arm. Look forward. If you have any balance issues, neck issues, otherwise, lift your chin and then look up at that top thumb, keeping your right bottom shoulder back. And then pull up with your left arm and come up out of the pose. Turn your right toes forward. Press your heels down, pull the kneecaps upwards, extend your elbows away from each other. So there's a sense that someone's pulling your arms outwards. And now turn your right foot in slightly, but turn your right leg out. Turn your left leg and left foot all the way out. Grip your knees. Move your abdomen to the right. Lift up your left arm. Reach up and out. Get longer on this left side. Don't go in this way. Get longer on this left side. As you bring your left hand down to the leg, bring your right hand onto the hip. Bring your consciousness down into your feet. Press the inner edge of your left foot into the sticky mat and the outer edge of the right foot down. Now pull the kneecaps up and lengthen this left inner thigh. Lengthen the thigh from the groin to the inner foot. And now bring your left buttocks forward into your front left groin. Keep your top right shoulder back, head back, lift your chest, and then lift up your right arm. Maybe lift your chin and maybe look upwards, keeping the left shoulder back. Notice how that left shoulder wants to come forward. Adhere the shoulder blades into your back ribs. Relax your jaw and your tongue, and then reach up with the right arm and come up out of the pose. Turn your left foot in, step or jump your legs back together. Keep alternating the legs in which you step out with. Bring your body weight back into your heels. Lift your chest, extend your arms downwards. Parsvakonasana. Some of you will need a brick outside your right foot, okay? So lift up your arms, step or jump your legs wide apart. Bring your feet all the way out under the hands. As turn your left foot in, turn the left leg out. Turn your right leg and your right leg out. So you guys stay in the pose while I admit someone who might have got bumped off, and that sometimes happens. So inhale here. As you exhale, bend your front knee, your right knee. Bring the knee right over the ankle. Make sure that your kneecap is going right over the center of the foot. Try to get this hip down to the level of the knee. And then bring your right forearm onto the thigh. And push into the thigh with the forearm, and it's near to the knee. Bring your left hand onto the hip. Straighten this back left leg, straighten it. Move this outer left thigh back. Lengthen this right inner thigh towards the right inner knee, and then bring the right buttocks forward. Turn your abdomen up towards the ceiling. Some of you bring your hand down to a brick or to the floor on the little toe side of the foot. Take this top shoulder back, and now the left shoulder, lift up your arm, turn your arm, and extend your arm towards the back of the ear. Inhale, lift your chin, and then maybe look upwards under that left arm. Press the outer edge of your left foot as you reach through that left middle finger, and then come up out of the pose. Turn your right foot in or forward. Deepen your breath. So we're cultivating strength today. Vira, one of the vitamins that we need to move through not just this challenging time, but any challenging time. Turn your right foot in, turn your right leg out. Turn your left leg and your left foot all the way out. Turn your abdomen back. Spin the abdomen back towards the right. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the left knee. Get the knee right over the ankle. Make sure the kneecap is going over the middle of the foot. Now get your hip down. Move that hip down. And then bring your left forearm onto the thigh and push into this thigh with your left forearm. Lift your chest. Straighten your back leg. Press the outer edge of that back foot down. Turn. Now some of you can stay here, or you can bring your hand down to a brick on the little toe side of the foot and push your left knee back into the arm. Lift up your right arm and keep reaching up through that right arm. Pull up. Turn the right ribs back. Turn the top of your arm and then extend it towards the back of the ear. Press the outer edge of the right foot. Reach through the right middle finger, and then maybe look up under that left underarm. That right underarm, excuse me. And now lift up your right arm and push down with your left foot and come up out of the pose. Turn your left foot in, and again, step or jump your legs back together. Come back to Tadasana. Bring your body weight back, lift your chest. Good, let's do Virabhadrasana 1. Bring your hands to the center of the chest. Lift your arms upwards and step your legs or jump your legs wide apart. Turn the tops of your arms out. Raise your arms up into Urdhva Hastasana. If this feels too much for you, you feel overheated, out of breath, work with your hands on the hips, or even you can bring your arms out to the sides if there's room there in the space that you're in. Now, turn your left foot and your left leg all the way in. So it's turning, left foot and leg. Turn the right leg all the way out. Make sure that you have about 4 feet distance between your feet. Press the outer edge of your left heel down and bring this left hip forward. Lift up through the sides of the chest. Keep your front ribs in as you bend your front knee to the front, right over that front ankle. Now, as you bend the front knee, straighten the back leg, straighten it, and bring this left hip forward. Keep lifting the left abdomen upwards, and then move the front ribs back, but move your inner upper arms back. Make sure the buttocks flesh is moving down. Straighten the front knee. Turn your right foot forward. Straighten your legs. Straighten your arms. Turn your right foot in and your right leg in. Turn your left leg all the way out. 4 feet distance between your feet. Press the outer edge of your right foot down and wrap this right hip forward. And then bend your front knee and get the front knee right over that ankle. But as you bend the front knee, straighten the back leg. Bring your front ribs back. Bring your buttocks flesh down. And move your inner upper arms back. Go down with your hips. Keep bringing these right ribs forward. This is Virabhadrasana 1. And now straighten the front knee. Turn your left toes forward. Bring your hands to the chest and step or jump your legs back together. Stand in Tadasana. Good, now let's do Virabhadrasana 2. Bring your hands to the center of your chest, step or jump your legs wide apart. Now turn your left foot in, but again, turn your left leg out. Turn your right leg all the way out. Remember, work with your hands on the hips. You can always have your back to the wall. If anyone needs to rest in Uttanasana between any of these poses, please take that time. Otherwise, bring your arms up. Cultivating strength and bend the front knee. Get the knee to come right over the front ankle. Kneecap over the center of the foot. Get this hip down, but straighten your back leg. Press the outer edge of that left foot. Move both of your inner legs to the outer legs. Lift the sides of your chest upwards. Keep reaching back through that left arm. Go back through the left arm so you're not going forward this way. Go back, go down, and then maybe look out over that right middle finger. If you need to straighten the front knee and then come back in, if I hold too long for you, it's completely fine. Straighten your right leg, turn your right toes forward. Take a deeper inhalation and then exhale. Turn your right foot in, keep your right leg turning out. Turn your left leg all the way out from the top of the thigh. Okay, lift your kneecaps. Lift your chest. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your left knee. Get the knee to come right over the ankle. Kneecap over the middle of the foot. Get this hip down. Let it form half of a box. But now straighten this right leg. Turn both of your legs out. Lift your chest. And as you reach out, reach back into the right arm. Don't let your body be pulled, your upper body, your torso be pulled forward. So as you press into that outer right foot, you can go down, and then you can look out over that left middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2. And now straighten the front knee. Turn your left toes forward and jump your legs back together. Stand in Tadasana. Pull the fronts of the thighs up. Roll the outer thighs in. Move the buttocks down. The top of the buttocks goes to the heel. So come back into the heels. Firm your outer hips in. And then as you reach down through the arms and the elbows, lift the chest upwards, keeping your outer shoulders back. Tadasana. Reach up through the crown of the head. Relax your eyes. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Okay, now Parsvottanasana. This is where a lot of you will need some bricks. So have some bricks here. You might even need a chair. So get a chair. If you don't have any of those things, you can also put your fingertips onto a wall. So I'm doing this pose. So if you're using a wall, your foot will be a little bit away from the wall, and then you can just walk your hands up the wall in this way if you don't happen to have a chair or bricks. Otherwise, standing in Tadasana. We're doing all the poses classically today. Bring your hands to the center of the chest, and then lift up your arms. Just step, because we have those bricks. Step your right foot out in between the bricks. Step your left foot out. It's not quite as wide as it's been so far, right? Now bring your hands to the hips. Like Virabhadrasana 1, turn your left foot and your left leg all the way in. Turn your right leg out. Heel to heel alignment, but you can always move the right foot more to the right as needed. Okay, now bring your hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Use your thumbs to move the top of the buttocks down. Push your body weight into that outer left heel and then lift your chest upwards. Look up and then come forward. Drive your left hip back and your right hip forward. Keep your elbows parallel as you bring your hands down to the bricks or down to the floor. You can see down to the bricks or down to the floor. Push the instep of your right foot into the sticky mat and draw that right hip back. Draw the left hip forward. Draw that left hip forward. Pick up the kneecaps. Remember, move your right foot more to the right if it's challenging. Now, lift your chest forward. Push your hands into the bricks and lift your chest forward. Some of you stay here. Others of you take the bricks out to the side and then go down over the leg. And then once you go down, you can maybe lower the bricks or even lose the bricks and come down over that right leg. Again, those of you with lower back sensitivity, stay in the concave version of the pose. This is the head down version of the pose. And then come back to your fingertips or to your bricks. Lift your chest, bring your hands to the hips and come on up. Turn that right foot in and bring your arms and your legs back together. Stand in Tadasana. Good, so we'll do the other side, okay? So put the bricks or your chair onto the other side. Remember, otherwise you're doing fingertips on the wall, right? Then the foot that's forward is just a little bit away from the wall. You can judge that distance for yourself. So stand in Tadasana. Bring your hands to the chest, lift up your arms, and then step your left foot out, step your right foot out. There hasn't been one time when I've been feeling kind of funky in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, and I haven't done these basic standing postures, and I haven't felt so much better. So they really work. We're doing the classic sequence today. So turn your right foot and your right leg in, turn your left leg out. These are the 8 basic standing poses, but they're not necessarily basic in an easy way. They're very challenging. So press the outer right foot down and bring the right hip forward. Bring your front ribs back. Use your thumbs to move the top of the buttocks down. Lift up your chest. Bring your body weight into your outer right heel. Raise your chest upwards and then start to come forward. Keep your elbows parallel. Don't immediately go down. Keep your hands on the hips. Move your hips back. Left hip back, right hip forward. Now bring your hands down to the floor or bricks. Straighten your legs. Press into the instep of your left foot and move your left hip back away from the bricks or the chair or the wall and bring your right hip forward. Now push into the bricks and lift your chest forward. Make sure that you're lifting your head from the sides of your neck. A lot of you are staying here. Just work this pose. Others of you take the bricks out, maybe move the bricks lower or lose the bricks all together and go down over that left leg. Lift the abdomen up and bring it towards your head. Lengthen your breastbone over your left knee. Move your right ribs towards your inner left knee. There's a turn of the abdomen there. And then come back to the bricks or fingertips. Lift the chest, bring your hands to the hips and come on up. Turn your left foot in. Bring your arms and your legs back together. Tadasana. Okay, let's do Prasarita Padottanasana. Some of you, again, will need your bricks here in front of you. So just make sure to have those. Bring your heels to the back edge of your mat there. Bring your hands to the chest. And again, step or jump your legs wide apart. Now you're going back to that very wide place. Bring the outer edges of your feet parallel to the short edges of the mat. Press your heels down, pull the kneecaps up, and spread the inner knees outwards. Use your thumbs again to move the top of the buttocks down. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest upwards. If your screen goes blank for a moment, it just means I'm getting a call, so don't worry about that. Move your inner groins back, and then bring your fingertips down to the floor and lift your chest. Of course, use those bricks as needed. Use the bricks as needed. Straighten your legs, press the outer edges of your feet down. Pull the kneecaps upwards. And lift your chest forward. Again, some of you are staying here. Others of you, bend your elbows straight backwards and release the head down towards the floor. Otherwise, stay in concave back. You can be on fingertips, your hands can be on bricks. So once you're here, press the outer edges of your feet down, lift the kneecaps up, and then spread the inner knees away from each other. Lift the abdomen up. Keep your shoulders lifting. Those of you in concave, just keep pressing your hands down, lifting your chest forward. Fight for the straightness of the legs and the lifting of the chest. See if you can bring your hands lower and see if you can move your hands further back. Those of you in the concave position, but without bending the arms. Those here with the head down, and then everybody come up, lift your head, and then walk your feet closer together. Bring your hands to the hips, come on up, and bring your legs back together. into Tadasana. Okay, now headstanders, this is where you'll do headstand pose, okay? And those of you not doing headstand, you can take Supta Svastikasana. So I'll show different versions of that pose for depending on what kind of props that you have. The easiest one to do headstanders, just go up into your pose at the wall or in the center. So you cross your legs like we do at the very beginning of class, and then you just come down on your back. You make sure the buttocks flesh is long and the chest is lifted, and then you just extend your arms. So that's the easiest if you don't have any props around you. If you happen to have some props, you can do it with either a blanket or a bolster under your body, like that. So under the spine, you might need another pillow or a blanket under your head if your chin is lifting. So that's another way to do the pose. You can still lift up your arms here. Otherwise, you can use bricks, right? If you happen to have a couple bricks, you can have the bricks at any level. I'll just use a lower level for today. So I have one, the lower level is for my shoulder blades, and then the one level up is for my head. So you're doing the same exact pose, but you're in Svastikasana. And you can bring the arms up, but now when you have your head here, don't let your arms just drop down, you know, keep some awareness so that the outer arms roll up towards the ceiling. You're not just dumping there, but have your palms upwards for this pose. So any of those versions of Supta Svastikasana. Okay, and then those here, and if this feels uncomfortable for your shoulders, of course, just bring your arms back alongside your body. Those here in Supta Svastikasana switch the cross of the legs. Okay, now those of you in headstand pose, make sure that you're pressing your forearms down and you're lifting your shoulder blades up, bringing your front ribs back. What I'm gonna start having us all do is those of you who practice headstand, I'm gonna have you leave your videos on so that at this point in the class, I'll be coming and looking at your headstand and seeing if there's anything I can help you refine in the pose. So make sure that your front ribs are back, headstanders, your abdomen is back, lift your buttocks upwards. Straighten your legs, make your legs as straight as those standing poses, those straight-legged standing poses that we did. Okay. Now, those of you in Supta Svastikasana, any of those variations, bring your arms alongside your body if you haven't already, and just extend your legs, and just be in a supported Shavasana or in Shavasana itself if you don't have any props. Now, headstanders, keep your shoulders lifting, and then prepare to come down out of the pose. Come down. And then rest in child's pose. Okay, now those here, press your hands down in the sides of your trunk, lead with your chest and come on up. And headstanders also come on up. Okay, and we're gonna do upward facing dog pose, okay? So if you happen to have a couple bricks, it's really useful to have the bricks to use under your hands. If you don't have the bricks, that's completely fine. So we'll take downward facing dog, and if you have the bricks are as wide as the sticky mat. Now, if you have really soft foam bricks, that usually doesn't feel too good for the wrists, so it's better to just be on the floor. So take downward dog with your hands on the bricks, and make sure that the heel of your hand is towards the side of your brick where your knees are. And then you're straightening your legs, straightening your arms. Adho Mukha Svanasana, hands on bricks. And then you come into plank position. So your shoulders are right over the wrists, straighten your arms, and then you lower the hips towards the bricks. Keep your toes rolled under. Make sure that your chest isn't back this way. Move your chest forward, forward. Bring your shoulders back. Straighten your legs. Straighten your legs. Lift your chest upwards. And then go back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now, if this isn't feeling good for anybody, I want you to just do a simple backward bend over the bricks, okay? Otherwise, stay in downward dog. So those of you that didn't feel good, just lie down again like this, and again, go back to that same position and just work on this pose. So Urdhva Hastasana, legs are together, and you're over a brick, okay? Over 2 bricks. Otherwise, let's do downward dog again and into upward dog. So bring your hands onto those bricks or onto the sticky mat, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, and then bring your shoulders over the wrists. And now bring your hips down. Walk your feet forward, straighten your arms. Now point your right foot and then point your left foot. Draw the outer ankles in as you reach the big toes back. Push into those bricks, lift your chest, bring the outer shoulders forward. Now, curl one foot under, straighten the leg, curl the other foot under, lift your hips up, and go back into downward dog. If it's too much, just rest in child's pose with your hands up on these bricks. You can just keep your head in between your arms if it doesn't come easily to the floor. Otherwise, one more time. Downward dog with your hands on bricks or on the floor. So bring your shoulders over the wrists, bring your hips down, straighten the legs, lift your chest, and now straighten your left foot, and then straighten your right foot. Lift your inner knees upwards, draw the outer ankles in, lift your chest, bring the outer shoulders back, and then curl the toes back under, lift your hips, and then go back. And then everybody come into child's pose, bring your big toes to touch, move your hips way back. Again, use your hands on those bricks and just bring your ears level with the upper arms, unless the head comes really easily down and you don't feel any strain in the inner shoulders. Okay, so you have to turn the tops of the arms out, away from the sides of the neck. And then come on up. Okay, now sit on a brick. And you can have the other brick behind you. And this is where some of you will need a belt. So make sure to have a belt handy if you need that belt. So sit in Dandasana with your sitting bones on the brick. Now I'll let you use your own judgment if you want to sit on the floor, as long as your sacrum is not falling backwards. For some of this, I have to trust you that we've worked long enough that you can practice without doing any harm to yourself. Remember, the whole first tenet of yoga, ahimsa, is don't harm yourself, don't harm others. So we have to be really careful because I can't see everybody doing everything. So just be as mindful as you can. So pull the buttocks flesh back. Actually, we're going to sit. Actually, this is fine. So sit in Dandasana and bring the fingertips down and lift up through your chest. So press the fingertips down, roll the shoulders back. Okay, now we're going to keep the left leg straight, but we're going to bend the right leg into Virasana. So bring your fingers under the back of the right knee, and then bring your right foot into Virasana. Okay, now if this is bothersome to your knee, then I want you just to stay in Dandasana. Stay in Dandasana with your legs straight. Okay, now the brick is usually high enough that it can be under both sitting bones. This should be fine, just like we sit in Virasana, right? So you can have the brick under both sitting bones. But if you feel that this hip is still a lot higher, then just have the brick under the left hip, nothing under the right hip. So make sure that your hips are as even as possible. Make sure that the right toes are going straight backwards. Pull the shin skin around the right knee forward. The thighs are parallel to each other. Raise your arms upwards. Keep moving. Shift your body weight to the right. Turn those inner upper arms back. Come forward and hold on to your foot. Lift your chest. If you can't reach to the foot and get a concavity in your back, then you need to use a belt in this first part. So lift your chest, turn those inner upper arms, pull your sacrum upwards, lift the abdomen upwards. Some of you stay here. Maybe you're just walking your hands closer and closer to the foot. If you have the foot, lift your abdomen up and over the thigh and then come forward over that left leg. This is called Triang Mukhai Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So move the root of that left thigh down, pull on the foot, and go forward. Now reach your arms forward and come up and release. Bring the right leg back into Dandasana. So those of you who were not bending the knee because of any knee issues, you're just doing Paschimottanasana, and you'll do it several times, okay? So otherwise, from Dandasana, bring your left leg back. Bring the left leg back into Virasana. Make sure that the left toes are going straight backwards. Pull the skin around the front of this left knee forward, so there's space there. And make sure that your pelvis is even, okay? So that the left hip isn't higher. If it is, just shift your brick and just have the brick or the blankets, whatever you're using, under the right sitting bone. This right leg is straight. So raise your arms upwards. This is Urdhva Hastasana. And then you come forward. And remember, when you come forward, you're not bringing your arms down. You're not rounding your back. You're hinging from your hips. That's where you hinge from. You're hinging from the pelvis as you bring your hands, hold onto the belt and lift your chest, or hold onto the foot. If you're rounded, it's better to use a belt. Get that lift to come in your chest. And then if you have the foot, and only if you have the foot, if you have the belt, stay there. Otherwise, bend the elbows out to the sides and then come forward. Draw the abdomen back, move the right thigh down. Keep shifting your body weight subtly to the, or maybe not so subtly, to the left side, right? We tend to fall to the right side, towards the straight leg side. And then reach your arms forward, and up you come. And then bring your arms down. Great, now stretch out this leg, this left leg, and sit in Dandasana. Again, pull the buttocks flesh back from under the right sitting bone, and then under that left sitting bone. Raise your arms upwards. Turn those inner upper arms back. Move the root of the thighs down. Hinge from your pelvis. If you need to decentralize the pose, okay? Stiffer bodies, you might just have your feet onto the wall and then reach up towards the wall. Have your feet to the wall and then reach up to the wall, okay? And then you come forward, hold on to the outer edges of your feet. Maybe you're staying here. Maybe if you don't have a belt, you can even stay here. You know, find a way. You can put your hands on a chair and you can lift. Whatever you get to lift, you just want straight legs and a lifted chest. If you have the feet, bend your elbows out to the sides and come forward. Move the roots of the thighs down. Draw the abdomen back and come forward. Keep lifting your sacrum upwards, thighs downwards. Now reach the arms forward and come up and release. Good, let's do Marichyasana 3. So you'll need a brick behind you or a wall behind you. You can also use a wall. So let's bend the right leg. So bring your fingertips under the back of the right knee. And then you bring the right foot close to the brick. And then you take this left leg out to the side. So we're decentralizing. Okay, and then lift up your left arm. Turn the inner left arm backwards. Inhale. Now with your right hand, push this right knee towards the left and move your abdomen to the right. Move that lower abdomen. As you inhale, and now lean forward and hook this left arm over. And then see what you get. Is there a big space there between the outer armpit and the knee? So see if you can inhale, push the thigh in, and then get the elbow, make this elbow heavy. Make it go down, down, down. And then once you have that, press the outer edge of your right foot down, push the right knee, and then whip yourself around and bring your hand onto a brick, or you can even use a wall there. Use a wall behind you if it's not too far. Otherwise, hand onto a brick. Press this left leg down, lift up through your chest, and turn. Turn your abdomen, turn your ribs, lift your chest, bring your shoulders back, and release. Very good. Bring this left leg in. Stretch your right leg out. Come back to Dandasana. Bring your fingertips under the back of the left knee. Spread the skin on the back of the knee. Pull the heel towards the brick. Interlace your fingers on the front of the shin and pull the shin skin up as you lift your chest. Now decentralize this right leg. Bring it out to the side. So this leg is like Upavishta Konasana. And this is Marichyasana 3. This is the Marichyasana 3 leg. So now lift up your right arm. Turn that inner upper arm back. Inhale. As you exhale, push with your left hand. Push the knee to the right. And move your abdomen to the left. Strongly. The abdomen should be slicing over that left thigh. Now inhale. As you exhale, hook. Hook. Now if this feels too much for anyone, just have your hand here. You can also work with your hand right here on the knee. If hooking the elbow feels too much, just have the hand on the knee. Otherwise, spend some time here, and you have to turn to get this outer armpit all the way down. Make your left elbow, or your right elbow rather, heavy. And then once you have that, bring your left hand around and bring it to a brick or bring it to a wall if it's not too far. Push the outer edge of your left foot down, push the outer knee into the arm, turn the abdomen, turn the ribs, lift your chest, bring your head and your chest back. And release. Very good. Now bring your right leg in and bring your left leg in. And just sit in Dandasana and feel the effects of that little bit of forward bending, seated postures, forward bendings, and then twists. So we're doing a well-rounded Sunday practice today, cultivating Vira, strength. Okay, let's come on to the back. So lie down on your back. A lot of you will need a belt here. So come into Supta Tadasana on your back there. Adjust the buttocks flesh and lift the chest. Make sure to have a blanket for your head if your chin is lifting a lot, so that the weight of your head is on your occipital bone. It's not back, it's on that occipital bone. If that's not challenging, if you can't do that, if that's challenging for you, then simply use a blanket. Bring your knees into the chest, into Pavamuktasana. Make sure that your belt is handy. Draw the sides of your waist downwards. Make sure the bottom of the buttocks is down. There can be some space between the knees as needed. Okay, and now put the belt on the bottoms of your feet, the big toe mounds and the little toe mounds of the feet, and extend the legs upwards. Okay, now if your legs are leaning a lot this way, or if they're bending, put some height under your buttocks, under the very top of the buttocks there. Just put some blankets, a bolster if you have it. Turn the tops of your arms out. Some of you can stay here. Others of you can bring your arms here and extend your arms. Bring the front ribs into the back ribs. And then bring your arms back up. Keep your right foot into the belt. Bring your left leg down. Bring the left leg down. Push the fronts of your thighs into the backs of the thighs. Keep your outer right foot in alignment with the hip. And then bring your left foot back up and bring your right leg down. Push the inner right thigh down, extend through the inner right leg, lift the inner left foot up, bring your outer left foot in alignment with the hip. Good, and then bring that left leg up. And again, some of you stay here holding the belt. Others of you go here, lift the arms. Others of you can release the belt for a moment and lower the legs down 45 degrees more without arching your back. Keep your abdomen down. And then go to where you're hovering. Lock your thumbs above you and pull your thumbs away from your feet, legs away from arms. And then bend your knees into the chest. And everybody can do that. Draw your knees into the chest, and we'll do that again. Now put the belt on the bottom of your feet again and extend your legs up. Extend your legs up. Straighten the legs. Remember, have height under the pelvis as needed. Okay, and then you can keep your legs here. Otherwise, lift your arms up. You can keep your arms holding the belt or lift your arms up just for a moment. Straighten the legs as if you're still pushing up into that belt. Now hold the belt again. Keep your right leg into the belt. Bring your left leg down. The left leg goes down. Push the fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs. Now hold onto the belt with the right hand. Bring your left arm out to the side and slowly take the right leg out to the side without letting the left side of your body come up. Keep your outer left leg, your outer left waist coming down. Push into that belt with your right foot. Turn your abdomen away from that right inner thigh. And then come back to the center and bring that left leg up and bring the right leg down. Press the inner right leg down, push the left big toe mound up into that belt. It's gonna get a little bit further out. Okay, and then hold onto the belt with your left hand or hold onto the big toe as you take that left leg out to the side. But coordinate the actions. Move the outer right leg down, outer right waist down. Move your abdomen away from that left inner thigh. Stretch out through this left arm. Keep lengthening that left leg and that left arm away from the hip and shoulder. Turn the tops of your arms out. And then come back to the center. Good. And then once again, lift up this right leg. Some of you stay here. Others of you lift up your arms this way. Others of you, again, come down. Lower your legs down from 90 to 60. Abdomen down, down to 30, down to 10. Lock your thumbs the less habitual way. Pull your fingernails away from your heels, legs away from arms, abdomen down. And then draw the knees into the chest. And then everybody, whatever pose that you're in, wrap your arms around the legs. Pavamuktasana. Keep moving your thighs into your abdomen. Move the corners of your buttocks down into the floor. Keep your chest lifting well. Relax the sides of your neck. It's easy to do that pose with your neck or your eyes or your jaw clenched. Good, now bring your feet down. Put your belt on the bottoms of your, fronts of your ankles, okay? And we'll do Chatushpadasana. Okay, so press your feet down and then raise your hips up. Raise the hips up. Hold on to that belt. Shift your shin bones back. Pull your arms down and then lift the shoulder blades up into the back ribs. You should feel some stretch in the fronts of the thighs eventually as you work in the pose, and then come down. Good. Hold onto the belt close to the ankles. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel, and then lift up your hips. Lift. Shift your shin bones back. It helps to lift your toes. Shift the shin bones back. Now lift your hips, the middle buttocks. Pull the arms down. Lift the shoulder blades up into the back. Now press the insteps of your feet down so that your thighs stay parallel, and lengthen the fronts of your thighs towards the knees, but draw the back of the knees back into the buttocks, and then come down. One more time, Chatushpadasana. Okay, now hold on to the belt, turn the tops of your arms out, raise your hips up. Shift back. You can at first lift up your toes, lift the middle buttocks, pull the arms down, and then lift the shoulder blades into the back ribs. Now, see if you can lift your heels upwards. Lift the heels upwards to get, you have to give yourself a little bit more belt to do it, right? Lift the hips upwards to get that hips higher. And then slowly bring the heels down, pressing to the insteps of the feet, and lengthen the fronts of the thighs towards the knees, back of the knees into the buttocks, and then come down. And now bring your feet together. Keep holding onto that belt close to the ankles. So my arms are under my legs and my feet are pressing into each other. Turn the tops of your arms outwards. So this is Supta Baddha Konasana, our active version of the pose. Turn the tops of the arms out. Lift your chest. I'm not doing a full restorative class because most people don't have enough props for that. So we're just doing well-rounded sequences for most of these practices. Turn the tops of the arms out, but we'll always include a little bit of restorative. You can either keep your arms here or you can lift your arms up. So press your heels into each other, spread the inner thighs, and remember the classes are usually going over 5 to 7 minutes, so plan on that. Bring the sides of the waist down. As you press the heels into it, you spread the inner thighs. If it feels at all stressful, just move the feet a little bit further out, away from the buttocks. Soften your buttocks. Okay, and then bring your arms back alongside your body. Bring your legs back together. Shoulder standers, this is where you want to prepare for shoulder stand, okay? So go up into your shoulder stand and be up in your pose. Everybody else, you can either use your blanket under your hips. Or you can use your 2 bricks. I've been using the bricks and they actually work really well. You can have a blanket here, you can have a bolster here. And the blanket or the bolster is a little bit away from the wall, maybe a fist distance. But I'm gonna use these 2 bricks. I've been working with it and I like it a lot. So again, I just put the bricks side by side and I have the bricks about 1 fist distance away from the wall. And then I bring one hip onto the top of the bricks and I bring my hip all the way back to the wall. And then I bring the one arm under the other arm and I swing the legs up the wall. So when I come up, I have my hips, my sitting bones right in that space. And these bricks just feel so nice on my sacrum. Maybe I'm strange, I don't know, I probably am, but I like those bricks. But you can use a blanket, you can use a bolster, and if you don't have any props, just put your legs straight up the wall. It's fine to do that if you didn't do headstand. Like Livia, you can just put your legs straight up the wall if you don't happen to have all these props. So remember, if you have questions about how to do certain poses, you can always text me and we'll figure it out as we move through this time period. It's just so important that we're all moving and breathing and getting stronger to deal with all that we need to deal with during these times. So shoulder standers, make sure that you're up in the pose. Those here, take your legs wide apart. Take your legs wide on the wall into Upavishta Konasana. Spread the inner thighs towards the inner knees. Move the inner knees towards the inner feet. And draw back the outer knees into the outer hips. Spread those inner thighs. Move the fronts of your thighs to the backs of the thighs so the thighs go towards the wall. You can lift up your arms alongside your ears. So you can do this with height under your hips or not. It doesn't matter. If you did headstand, though, you do want to have your hips a little bit higher. You want to have that balance. So this is a pose that's called a sister to shoulder stand. Shoulder standers, be up in your pose. Press your upper arms down. Keep walking your hands down. Bring your middle buttocks forward. If you can fully see your legs, that means they're too far forward. Move your legs back so less visible. Maybe the tips of your toes are visible, but not all of your leg. And your tailbone has to come forward towards your face. Shoulder blades in and up. That's for all those alignment points are for shoulder standers. Now those over here, bring your legs back together and then bend your legs in this way, Baddha Konasana, and you can hold your elbows if that feels good, otherwise just keep your arms straight. Press your heels into each other, spread the inner thighs towards the inner knees. Switch the cross of your arms. Okay, and then those here with your legs up the wall, stretch your legs up the wall once again. Shoulder standers, you can stay longer and you can end your practice on your own if you'd like to. Stay as long as you want. Otherwise, start to come down and come into plow pose. Spend some time in plow pose. Interlace your fingers and reach your knuckles away from your feet. Feet go away from the head. Lift the thighs up. Those here with your legs up the wall, roll the thighs in, lengthen the inner thighs towards the inner feet. Those in plow pose, make sure to reverse the interlace of your fingers. Okay, now you have a couple choices here for Shavasana. Shoulder standers, just come down and bring your shoulders off the blankets. You can just take Shavasana with your legs up the wall. You can just move the bricks or the props out and just have your legs up the wall. Otherwise, come down onto your back and come to a more classic Shavasana, maybe with a blanket under your head or some support under your thighs or over your thighs. So just find a good resting position. Lengthening the buttocks, flesh, lifting the chest, turning the tops of the arms out, take off any glasses, and start to let go. Release your legs away from your hips. If your legs are up the wall, your feet might even fall open, that's okay. Lift up your thumbs and use your thumbs to pull that occipital bone back away from the neck. And then release the head down. Turn the tops of your arms out. And then extend your arms away from your shoulders. Let go your legs. Let go your arms. Let go your abdomen. Relax inner tensions, inner locks, inner blocks. Relax the jaw, the lower molars release away from the upper molars. Recede your eyes. And then feel free to stay longer in your Shavasana. And you can even let the meeting end and just take your time. Otherwise, bring your hands to your abdomen. Deepen your breath. And then bend your left knee and then bend your right knee and roll to your side. And then slowly come up and take any seated position that feels good to you. Sit nice and tall, draw your shoulders back, absorb the effects of your practice. The practice where we were cultivating Vira, strength, focusing on strength, becoming as strong and as graceful as a beautiful elephant. So bring your hands to your heart center. Lift your chest way, way upwards. Do one healing Om filled with light for this whole world. Inhale. Lift your chest upwards. Bow your head downwards. Namaste. Have a beautiful